Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 5,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. Gervonta Davis' next potential opponents for this year. Gervonta Davis is out of jail after serving 44 days of sentence for violating a prison sentence initially. Related to his infamous hit-and-run case from 2020, Tank was under house arrest, which he violated by staying at the Four Seasons Hotel and a $3.4 million worth penthouse instead of trainer Calvin Ford's one-bedroom stay. He will now have to serve another community. However, Tank is likely to appear inside the ring again, and Showtime's Steven Espinoza shed light on whom we can see the undefeated knockout artist face next. In a chat with FightHype, Espinoza said, "I think it's an option, rematch Isaac Cruz. You know, and I think it's an interesting one because of Isaac's style. And the fact that neither one of those guys was completely satisfied with how the first fight went. But there is plenty of other guys that we could look at. We will look at as well." The Showtime representative also said that a potential fight between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney is also in preliminary discussions. However, it's not likely to be happening next for either man, as rages progress can get a shot at Devin Haney. That said, Espinoza highly rated the possibility of hosting Davis vs Haney in the future. A possible matchup between Gervonta Davis and Chris Colbert is also in the early stage of development, per Espinoza. 29-0 as a multi-weight champion, Gervonta Davis is one of the most electrifying knockout punchers of this era, boasting 27 KOs so far. His last win is the prime example of why boxers should never sleep on the Tank Davis abilities. Gervonta Davis is fresh off one of his biggest career wins following an interesting build-up. Gervonta Davis silenced Ryan Garcia in April 2023 at Las Vegas, in what turned out to be one of the biggest fights of the year. Davis snatched Garcia's unbeaten record and won the bout via knockout in round 7 of the 12 rounds headliner. Tank scored his first knockdown in round 2 and looked dominant till the bout lasted. Now that he is done beating Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis has become an even bigger name in today's boxing. It remains to be seen who he faces next. Oscar De La Hoya disagrees with Ryan Garcia's fight plans. Oscar De La Hoya has laid out how he would like Ryan Garcia to navigate his return back up in weight to super lightweight, and it appears to be at odds with how King Ryan himself wants to tackle the division. Garcia announced that he would be moving back to 130-pound division following his stoppage defeat to Gervonta Davis back in April, and has been linked to world title fights with the likes of Teofimo Lopez, Regis Prograis and Rolando Romero. However, in a recent interview with FightHype, De La Hoya admitted he would prefer the 24-year-old have a tune-up fight before taking on one of the division's big names. If he's moving up to 130 next, then he should have a tune-up fight at 130. He should get his feet wet at 130. That's what you do in boxing. Any expert will tell you don't just move up and fight the very best, you have to get your feet wet. I hate calling them tune-ups, but someone who will challenge you, then you go after all the marbles. Given De La Hoya is, in his own words, no longer in direct contact with Garcia due to an ongoing contractual dispute between them, this agreement should come as no surprise. And that appears to be the case here, judging by a list of potential opponents Garcia outlined on Twitter for his next outing. 3 people I want to fight next. Probably they just ordered for him to fight someone else. Isaac Cruz, if he is willing to go to 130 pounds, Teofimo Lopez, Garcia is now in training under the guidance of a new coach, David James, and is expected to announce his next move in the not-too-distant future. De La Hoya is confident that it will be under his promotional banner. Shakur Stevenson uninterested in Kambosos fight, disappointed in his latest performance. Before Shakur Stevenson kicked in the front door at 135 pounds, the former Olympic silver medalist viewed George Kambosos Jr. as the sort of fighter he should eventually take on. Not anymore. Just a year ago, the name Kambosos had some serious weight behind it. The newly turned 30-year-old purified practically every major world title from Teofimo Lopez and was considered as the man to beat in the weight class. Back-to-back defeats at the hands of Devin Haney, however, quickly changed that narrative. Ultimately, while Kambosos was dominated, Stevenson still believed that he was a major player. So, with the former unified champ making his return against Maxi Hughes this past weekend, Stevenson grabbed a ringside seat and paid close attention. If Stevenson's trip to Shawnee, Oklahoma, was a scouting expedition, he believed that it was practically a gigantic waste of time. Following 12 rounds between the two French contenders, Stevenson was of the belief that Hughes did more than enough to get the win. Nevertheless, with Kambosos being given the majority decision victory, Stevenson was dumbfounded. Although at one point Stevenson viewed a future clash against Kambosos as inevitable after watching him up close and personal, Stevenson now has no interest in sharing the ring with him. "With all due respect to dude, he not on my level," said Stevenson on social media. "I want the top dogs." Yeah, Pop. Stevenson's need to clear the air on a potential future showdown between them stems from the back-and-forth shooting match they had shortly after Kambosos' win. The Asian native walked around Media Row with his newly won IBO title, proudly pontificating that he is still at the top of his game. Stevenson has just so happened to be nervy. Found himself face-to-face with Kambosos. It took Stevenson only a few seconds before he was hurling curse-filled tirades in the direction of Kambosos, going as far as to say that he would beat the shit out of his man. With his mind a bit clearer, Stevenson realized that he made somewhat of a mistake engaging Kambosos to that extent. Currently, the 26-year-old is more interested in facing the division's other elite fighters, and considers a fight against Kambosos as a step in the wrong direction. Isaac Cruz, I think a fight against Ryan Garcia would be entertaining. Ryan Garcia's days of making 135 pounds are long gone. Forget about his decision to drop back down in weight to face Gervonta Davis at 136 pounds recently. From here on out, Garcia will officially campaign in the super lightweight division. Declaration aside, there are a number of 135-pounders who believe that they can entice the extremely popular fighter to go back on his words. One of them is Isaac Cruz. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.